What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about a very unfortunate set of circumstances in regards to not NBA, but a college basketball player by the name of Peake. Back in November, he was involved in a shooting incident where he was struck and also someone else was struck. We didn't really know all the details, right? But I think his family put up a message, and I'll link y'all to that particular article, to that message, because it's going to tie into this whole thing. This was back in it was quite close to right before Thanksgiving. They talked about how, he was, and I'm speaking of the one who lost their life, Brandon Travis. Brandon Travis is on the lower right corner, right? And the background that y'all are seeing on the screen is where the incident took place. Because you see, Peake was lured to this location by the guy in the right upper corner and lower corner. I think it was three of those guys. They used a 17-year-old girl to lure Peake, who plays for the University of New Mexico State, and these two right here attended the University of New Mexico, and they were playing their rivals. And something must have happened at a game, and they wanted to get some get back. And they decided to go and get a 17-year-old girl. How they found the 17-year-old girl, I do not know. These are college students, so I don't know if she was a student at New Mexico, but she got arrested as well. So they used this 17-year-old girl to lure Peake to this location, only for these two and another gentleman to surround him and start fighting him. And when Peake ran, the gentleman in the right lower corner, Brandon Travis, he shot him. And Peake, to protect himself, he shot back multiple times, and Brandon Travis ended up losing his life. The other gentleman with the braids, his name is Jonathan Smith. He was arrested, but he was let out. I believe he was the ringleader. That's why he was arrested. They arrested a 17-year-old girl as well. We don't know what her identity is. Maybe I'll have more information on that by the time I upload this video. But I want y'all to understand something. This is in New Mexico. You have Negro males in New Mexico trying to fight another Negro male from another university in New Mexico. New Mexico is not the most populated with melanated people. I just want to put that out there. But this situation happened, and it's sad because a family lost a young man from their family, but he made a choice. He decided to follow a group to try to fight a guy. Now, they had a weapon on him. Brandon Travis had that heat on him. You went and you got a girl to lure him there. I don't know if she hit him up on Instagram. She must be attractive for Peake to go and meet a girl he doesn't really know in a place that was probably near the New Mexico campus. Y'all decide to jump him? For what? So you can put it on Instagram or wherever? This is the problem with black males. These black males are so broken. These black males are so obsessed with trying to fight and destroy another black man that they destroy themselves. Brandon Travis destroyed his own life. It's sad that his family lost him, but he made a choice. He made a choice to follow a group to go and jump a man that he don't even know, not understanding that he could have had a weapon on him too. Because trust me, I'm pretty sure when Peake went to go meet them, I bet you in the back of his mind, he said, you know what? I need to take protection with me because I don't know what's going to happen. That's why you got to be careful out here, man. Don't go to no location that ain't populated. Okay. If you're going to meet somebody offline, you better meet them in a very populated area because you never know what's going to happen. Now, Mike Peake was kicked off the team. They was talking about putting charges on him until the surveillance video was released. And the reason why I say his family put out a message, they put out a message where they painted Brandon Travis as the victim when he was a perpetrator. He lost his life due to pulling a stunt. He wanted to be he was a stunt dummy that day. Because you went to try it. Mike Peake could have lost his life. He could have lost his life. This is according to Bleacher Report. This is the video here, but I got this for Bleacher Report. Also, this is what the family had released a statement here. I'll link in the description box. Y'all can go and read that. But I want to get to the gist of this situation so y'all can see it. It says 4 University of New Mexico students allegedly conspired to lure New Mexico State basketball player Mike Peake to camp and assault him when a deadly shooting broke out on the New Mexico campus early Saturday morning, police said in a statement. Peake was struck. Peake shot and took the life of 19-year-old Brandon Travis after the Aggies fort was attacked by 4 assailants, per Myron Metcalf of ESPN. Through investigation, agents later learned that Travis had conspired with a 17-year-old female and two of Travis's male friends, all UNM students, to lure the 21-year-old victim to the UNM campus and assault him. New Mexico police said in a statement. Travis allegedly attacked and struck Peake, who responded by striking back at him, taking his life at the scene. A statement sent by school officials to the student body said Peake is in stable condition. Police have not offered any updates on Peake's condition. The incident led to the postponement of Saturday's scheduled game between New Mexico State and New Mexico. The 17-year-old girl in the incident was arrested and charged with aggravated battery and conspiracy. She has not been identified. She needs to be identified. A man lost his life. Another man could have lost his life. And she was heavily involved in. I told y'all, Western women love danger. These young girls love being around danger. The 2 other male students have also not been identified, and the police are offering $2,500 reward for information leading to their apprehension. Peake, as a junior, averaged 9 points and 3.5 rebounds while starting New Mexico State's first 2 games of the season. He began his college career at Georgia before transferring to Austin Peay and then New Mexico State. Well, one of the students is here. He was arrested, but he was later released. Okay. I don't know why, but he was. Maybe he turned into a witness. But to me, this is very unfortunate because this didn't have to happen. This didn't have to happen. But this is where we are with black males in 2022. The hatred we have for each other, the fact that we're willing to destroy each other. For what? Because you felt disrespected? Brandon Travis was at New Mexico on a scholarship. How do you go from being a scholarship student to getting involved in trying to jump somebody? How does that happen? And now his family has to hear what truly happened and why their son lost his life. He wasn't a bystander. He wasn't somebody that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was somebody who was actively involved in trying to assault another black man whose family sent him off to college. Well, a couple of colleges. And they have to see that he got struck in the leg, man. He may not be able to play basketball anymore. They don't know how his condition, how he'll be able to move around and go back to doing the things they did. This guy is the true victim here. The true victim is Mike Peake. Because not only did he get shot, he got kicked off the team. Because everybody wanted to believe that he went and took the life of Brandon Travis for no reason at all. He was being a thug. This is his third college. They made it seem like he was the problem. I saw a post on Facebook right before I went and posted this video about how he destroyed the New Mexico State team. No, this man was I would say this. The mistake that Mike Peake made was going to meet up with some girl that he didn't even know. That is the mistake that Mike Peake made. Mike Peake should have never did that, especially if he went to the New Mexico campus. But that's why he took a weapon with him. Like, if you got to take a weapon with you, then maybe you shouldn't go to that place. Or if you're going to meet somebody, meet them in a place that has a lot of other people around, so people aren't quick to try to start something. We have a lot of self-hatred as black males. You know, we love to blame white people for everything, but you know, we are our own worst enemy. And nothing has convinced me otherwise. Look at the damage that we do to each other. And then you tell me that other groups of people are responsible for the stupidity that we display. Let's get to this Yahoo article real quick. These are some of the more details. New Mexico State players and assistant coaches helped teammate Mike Peake following a deadly shootout last month at the University of New Mexico, according to a new report. Peake was lured to New Mexico's campus by 4 Lobos students in Albuquerque the night before the two teams were set to play last month. The students said police were going to assault Peake at the resident hall, part of a revenge stemming from an altercation at a football game between the two schools in October. Peake, per the Journal, arrived at the residence hall around 3 a.m. on November 19th and was confronted by 3 men. One of them, 19-year-old Brandon Travis, allegedly struck Peake in the leg. Peake then reportedly fired back with his own weapon and hit Travis 4 times in his life. 17-year-old girl was arrested for her role in the incident. Another man, 19-year-old Jonathan Smith, was charged as well. Basketball game was canceled as a result. After the shooting, per the report, Peake met up with 3 of his teammates on New Mexico's campus and put the weapon and a tablet in the trunk of their car. The teammates then drove off, per the report, and called both assistant coach and head coach Greg Jaye. The basketball team then left town, but Taylor stayed behind at the hotel. The team was staying at by 3:45 p.m. More than 12 hours after the reported shooting, Taylor handed the weapon to the police. The team bus left the hotel around 11:30 a.m. after the game was canceled. The officer chased down the bus on the interstate and pulled it over in an apparent effort to find the items Peake had reportedly placed in the trunk of his car, his teammate's car. Police obtained a tablet in the backpack. The 3 teammates, Isaiah, Muhammad, Marcellus, Avery, and Anthony Roy all played in New Mexico State's game on Monday night. Roy did not travel with the team on Tuesday to California ahead of their game on Wednesday at Santa Clara for personal reasons. None of those players, coaches, or Peake have been charged in the incident. Peake was described as a victim of the initial report. The university has since made plans to hire an independent investigator to review the event. Well, they're going to just find what they're going to find is that he was the victim and that he was lured there and that he should not be charged. It was self-defense. It was self-defense. He should not be kicked out of the school and he should not be kicked off the team. He should be allowed to complete his time in New Mexico State. Whether he stays or goes, I don't know. But I do think that this should be a valuable lesson to everybody involved, Be careful who you hit up and who hits you up and you go and meet them. Be careful where you meet these people. You don't know these people. And if you out here trying to be a tough guy and you're trying to jump people, understand that person might be strapped too. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.